everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back into the Paper Castle. I have a pretty big haul to share with you guys today. This is the result of 2 Rummage sales and the library book sale and a very quick trip to Goodwill because I had to drop my daughter off somewhere. The trip to Goodwill, I'll show you that first. I had to drop her off because she was on spring break at the mall so she could hang out with one of her friends. And I figured, I haven't been to Goodwill in a long time. Let's go. And this was the only thing that I found there. Our Goodwill is kind of eh. Plus the prices here in Jersey are through the roof. It's ridiculous. So I could never do those haul videos that other people do at Goodwill when they fill their cart up. Mine would just be sad. I feel like this is the one piddly thing that I found. Enjoy. I found 4 of these. These are Hill Design quilt tiles. See that? They are ornaments, or you can just, hang them up on the wall. I've sold these a number of times before, and they always go for around 10 to 15. I paid $2 a piece for these. I'm going to sell these as a lot, and hoping to get around 30 to 40 for them. So that was it on my big trip to Goodwill. But later on that week, I went to a church rummage sale that Wendy had told me about last year. I'd never been there before. It's about 50 minutes away from me. And it was pretty decent last year. I spent a decent amount of time looking around. The prices were pretty cheap. So I decided to take the ride out there again. This time it was a little bit different. I expected it to be the same, just go in the main room and shop around and get my stuff. And it turned out that when I walked into the main room, somebody said, "Oh, we have 3 rooms this year." And I'm like, huh? She's like, "Yeah, we have a boutique room and a craft room on the other end of the building." I'm like, oh. And of course you had to pay separately everywhere. So now I'm trying to run around this room like a crazy person, trying to get whatever I could get in the big room so that I could run over into the boutique and the craft room. Turns out I found the majority of the stuff in the craft room. The boutique room was an absolute joke, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But let me show you what I got in the main room. In the main room I only got 4 Christmas items. I got these 3 stocking holders, which in my last video, I showed some other ones from the same company. These are from Hold Everything. And they're painted cast iron. I paid $1 a piece. And they sell for around $20 a piece plus shipping. Then this guy, you would think that he would be on the Christmas table with all the Christmas stuff. But he was not. In the front of this room, they had this table that had a complete mishmash of, for the most part, crap. It was, like old office supplies and just things that were open or missing things, things that were just, a lot of people would just throw in the garbage. And they had a sign on the table. Now, I think they meant tchotchke. I think they were trying to call it their tchotchke table. And everything on or under it was a quarter. Well, this guy was hiding under that table. And I thought he was put in the wrong place. He has like a composition face and painted. And he is a big rag doll. I have to glue his arm back up here because his arm actually belongs up there. Other than that, he's good to go. A couple little stains here and there, but he's supposed to look distressed. I think they put him there because they thought that he was a disaster. Because, his beard is all stained. He died and everything. I think they thought instead of him being primitive and rustic and folk arty, that he was just like a dirty, disgusting Santa that somebody had run over with their truck. So I took advantage of the fact that he was 25 cents and snatched him right up. And they were very happy that he went. They're like, "Oh, look, someone's taking our friend." But But this sign they had on the table that was supposed to say tchotchke, instead it said, it's the Chachi table. Chachi. You know, like Chachi on Happy Days. I have to admit, the 13-year-old me got very excited for a minute and was looking all over the place for Scott Baio, but I did not find him anywhere. Instead, I found Santa. So, you know, Santa will probably bring me about $50, I'm hoping, at least. So, I'm pretty happy I found him. Alright, so after I ran around like a crazy person in that room, I went to the boutique room. I quickly turned around and left the boutique room. Everything in there, I've never seen such high prices at a rummage sale in my life. I walked in, they had a bookcase full of Beanie Babies. They wanted $10 a piece for each Beanie Baby. And then they had Lenox ornaments, nothing special, not like they were the really, you know, high-end collectible ones. They were all new in the package, but maybe we could squeak as resellers 10 to 15 out of each one. They wanted $30 a piece. I was like, okay, bye. See you later, boutique room. And went into the craft room, where it looked like somebody had recently passed away, or maybe they went into a nursing home or something like that, and all of their stuff was in this room. There were tons and tons of those stacked drawer units, the plastic drawers on wheels. There were a bunch of those and just paper everywhere. Obviously, the person was a stamper, card maker, paper crafter, right up my alley, so I knew what everything was. And I picked out a few things for myself, but not much. And the rest of it I'm going to sell. I spent approximately 40 cents on each individual item. There was a little bit of cross-stitch and embroidery stuff, so I got this Williamsburg Spring Rose kit, again, for about 40 cents. This should probably bring around 10. This is another one of those Told in a Garden, or also you'll see them as Lavender and Lace, or Butternut Road charts. This is Voice of the Shepherd, and this came with a really nice piece of linen. So maybe 10 to 15 on that. And then this is just a chart. But this is from Lori Birmingham, and her stuff is very popular, and I just couldn't pass up this adorable little Santa. Obviously, it doesn't have any of the charms or jingle bells or anything that the kit would come with. But I'm sure that somebody will pay for the chart. Maybe around, I don't know, $7, $8 free shipping. Found some Stampin' Up! Things. There's 2 ornament punches here that I'm going to sell together. Again, about 40 cents a piece. One is brand new. The other one, is in very good used condition. I think they'll probably go for at least 20 plus shipping. And then this set, this is a 2-set or double set of stamps. Bright and Beautiful, this Christmas set. They're in really good shape. So again, 80 cents total. Probably get about 15 plus shipping. Then I got 2 Big Shot Sizzix dies. This is a gift bow. This is a petite purse. I'm going to sell these together. Again, they cost me a total of 80 cents. Together, thinking at least 30. And then I got some of this Posh Impressions Inkabilities stuff from Dee Grunick. If anyone has ever seen this woman, she used to be on the Carol Duvall show way, way back in the day, if any of you guys are crafters. She was the happiest woman I've ever seen. I've never seen a person get so excited about stamping a stamp on a piece of paper or coloring a paper with ink in my life. I mean, I wish I could get as excited as this woman did over that kind of stuff. But she put this out through Ranger, probably 20 years ago. These rainbow inks are still really popular, especially these sponges, which you can't find anywhere, which you use with the ink. And I have a bunch. Oh, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get at least 50 out of this, maybe more. I might start it at auction at 50 and see what happens, because these are really hard to find anymore. And then the last item I found at that sale in the craft section was all this Flower Soft. For those of you who don't know what this is, it's kind of like this three-dimensional embellishment. It's hard to explain. It's all this just shredded up stuff that's colored, and then you put glue on top of your stamped images like flowers and stuff, and then you sprinkle this stuff over it so it looks like the flowers are three-dimensional, basically. They don't make this anymore. It's very hard to come by. I have a bunch of it. These 7 were initially in the kit, and then all these are extras. So maybe at least 40. I'll have to wait and see. So that was it from that sale. It was definitely worth going to. It was a long drive, but I'm glad I went through everything in the craft room because I found some good stuff. Alright, so I'm going to show you the stuff from the book sale next, and then I'll show you the stuff from the Lodge Rummage sale. And I hope I have enough memory left on this phone. The next day there were 2 sales. There was a sale right near me that they haven't had in 3 years at this local lodge. I was so excited because it's tiny, but it's always great. The prices are awesome. And there's also our library book sale, which is huge. They have it up at the fairgrounds in one of the fair buildings, and it's just absolutely packed. Unfortunately, I didn't have time to really do anything there on Saturday except run through really quick. And then Monday during their $5 a bag sale, I had a family thing. Monday was a really bad day. I had a family thing and I couldn't stay, and so I had to take off. But I still found a few things at the book sale. On Saturday, the first time I went, I got 3 of these book pins by Lucinda. These are those paper and resin pins. She does house pins, women pins, book pins, people pins. I don't know if she does any other category. But I figured I would sell all these 3 together. Definitely put teacher and librarian in the title in case people are looking for a gift. But maybe get at least 20 to 25 plus shipping out of those. I did get 2 Bibles that first day. I got an Oxford Schofield Bible leather cover. This was $2. This is probably around 30 to 40. And then this James Robison Sender's Edition Open Bible. Again, leather cover, $2. Maybe around 40 to 50. Then when I went for the bag sale, it was $5 for a big grocery bag. Like I said, didn't have time to stay there, so I grabbed this Yves Saint Laurent Images of Design book. There are some wild outfits in here, you guys. Absolutely insane. One of them is a wedding gown that I swear looks like a condom. It is the strangest looking thing. Maybe I'll have to do another video, and show you guys the inside of this book, because it's nuts. But this was around 50 cents, because I think I got around 10 things thrown in my bag before I had to leave. I believe this sells for around, I'm going to say 40, realistically, because it's got a little bit of damage to the cover and the slipcase and all that. I got a Gymboree Half Notes 2 DVD set. Gymboree CDs seem to do pretty well. The single ones get around 15. Someone else has this one on eBay for 40, and I can't find any other copies of it anywhere online. So maybe 20 to 30 on this, I'm thinking. Then I got the Shack. This is the 10th anniversary edition with a faux leather cover. This was in their boutique section for, it was 10. Bag sale day, it was like 50 cents. So I think I can get around 10 to 20 on that. And then for myself, I got this Straight No Chaser Christmas CD. They are an a cappella group. I went to see them with my son last month. That was one of his Christmas presents, and they were absolutely amazing. So if they come to your town, run to go see them. They are fantastic. Whoops. And the last thing I bought for myself, which I should do a separate video on. If you guys want to see a separate video on this, let me know in the comments. But this is a great book called Letters to Santa Claus, and it's all these letters through the decades from, I think, the 30s up until recently, of actual letters that were sent to Santa, and some of them are hysterical. So I don't have time to go through this whole book with you guys right now, but I did want to read you one, which is funny and kind of disgusting at the same time. It says, this is from the 40s, from 1948. Dear Santa Claus, I have been a good boy. May I please have a toy road scraper? May I please have a cooking set to help my mother? May I please have a baseball mitt? May I please have a drum? I will leave a glass of water, and a glass, and a bottle opener, and a bottle of beer, and a liverwurst sandwich on a plate, and a glass of milk on the mantle for you. Thank you very much. Whatever this kid's name is, I can't read it. As dictated by Richard Sims. Okay, so his name is... Yeah, Richard Sims wrote that. That's his signature. But, oh my god. Water, beer, liverwurst, and milk. Oh! That is a truly disturbing combination of food items. Anyway. Hopefully Santa didn't drink it, because then he'd be like flying drunk all over the world delivering presents. So, if anyone wants to see more letters from that, let me know. But that I'm keeping, and I'm going to put out at Christmas time so we can all look at it and, you know, get a few laughs and smiles out of it. Alright. The lodge sale that I went to. Like I said, haven't had it in 3 years. I was chomping at the bit to get there. Wendy came out to this one with me. She had never been before. I told her it was definitely worth the drive for her. Because for me, it's 5 minutes down the street. For her, it's like, 45 minutes or something like that. But she came. She was very happy. She got a bunch of good stuff, too. I spent a whopping $26 at this sale. And one thing cost me $10. So, basically, everything you're going to see until the last item was $16. It's crazy. I got a lot of Fitz and Floyd. Well, we got there at 7. It started at 8. We got there at 7. We were the only people there until about 7:20 when volunteers started showing up. And they all looked at us like we had, like, 2 heads. They're like, why are you here? Like, because we're excited. We're like, okay. They're like, well, we're not supposed to let people in. We don't expect to go in. We're just going to sit out here and, sit on the ground and talk for an hour. I'm like, okay. I mean, it's not like they haven't seen people waiting in line before. They've always waited in line at the sale. Why people didn't get there until, like, I don't know, 20 minutes to 8 to stand in line, I have no idea. But needless to say, we were the first and second people in line. And they did have an outside section, so we got to shop that before anybody else. And the 2 things I found out there were these 2 cast iron door stops. There's this little painted dog who was a buck, and this adorable little cat, and big cat, he's very heavy. He was 3. Maybe 20 to 25 on the dog, maybe like 40 or so on the cat, I think. Then I got a bunch of Fitz and Floyd. I always, for some reason, find Fitz and Floyd at this sale. I don't know which volunteer donates it all the time, but it's always there. For $1, I got this Dickens Santa napkin holder. He did come in a box. It's not his original box, but it is a Fitz and Floyd box, and he fits into it. That's pretty much all that matters. I will disclose that it's not the right box. Maybe 15 to 20 on him. Got this little creamer. She doesn't have a handle, but none of them do. So I thought she was broken at first, but she's not. This is from the Pattern Parade line. I think it's 1995. I did lift the tag to see, but I think it's 1995. Then this guy was $2. This is from the plaid teddy pattern. He's a 48-ounce pitcher from 1991. He's worth about 25 to 30. Then this little beauty, she was only $1. I have no idea why, because she's in perfect condition. There's a tiny little paint wear on the bottom on the back where you can't even see it. Other than that, she's great. This is from the Bloomers Bunny line, again, 1991, and it has these little bunnies peeking out under her skirt, which are adorable, which are hard to see. She'll probably sell for around $50. They had another cookie jar there that was Noah's Ark, another figural one, no name, just some junky cookie jar, and that one they wanted $10 for, and this beautiful Fitz and Floyd they only wanted $1. I don't know who was pricing, but maybe they mixed them up. I have no idea. And the last Fitz and Floyd pieces I got there were these two from the Woodland Santa collection. Really cute with the gnomes and the elves and the bunnies. Again, 1991. These sell, I think, for around $40, maybe a little bit more. So it did very well with the Fitz and Floyd. Then I found some vintage Santas. Found this little folk art ornament. I can't figure out what he's made of. It's not chalkware. I don't know. He's too light to be chalkware. Maybe he is. But I just really liked his face. And he's got this little, chenille stem going around him. And he is missing the tip of his hat, but that's okay. He was $0.25. So maybe he'll sell for 10 to 15. Same thing with this guy, maybe like $15 on him. He's resin, but I have no idea who made him. Can't find any information on him. And this guy is cast iron and very heavy. Has some paint wear. Looks old, but has a hole in the bottom. Like he should have been mounted on top of something. He also stands a little crooked. Maybe he's the Santa that ate the liverwurst and the beer, and he's kind of queasy. I don't know. But anyway, if anybody knows what he might have belonged on top of, please let me know in the comments so I can try and figure that out. So I don't know what he'll do, honestly. I really don't. So he'll probably go up at auction. Did find one tiny little needlepoint pillow. This is from C&F Enterprises. It's a 6x6-inch pillow, brand new with the tags. C&F is a good company. This originally sold for $20 because the price tag was on it. So that's probably what I'm going to ask for it, plus shipping, and shouldn't have a problem. Then I found, right before I was leaving actually, I can't believe this is still on the table, I found this Fenton Stars and Stripes satin glass bear for $1. It is signed on the back. He had a bunch of scuff marks on it. I think somebody might have put him back on the table because of that. But I lightly cleaned him with a magic eraser and everything came off and he looks beautiful again. So he should sell for around $35 to $40. Then, as you can see, I got 3 melted plastic popcorn Halloween decorations. Got the ghost, got the pumpkin, got the witch. They were 50 cents a piece. I was going to sell them all together and try and get, I don't know what these usually go for, like 15 a piece? So maybe 40, 45, I don't know. Or I might keep them and use them this Halloween and then get rid of them. Although I might get yelled at for having even more Halloween decorations. Okay, 2 more things to show you guys, and I need to make a little bit more room. Alright, in the toy section, I bought one item. Wasn't going to buy it at first. I don't do a whole lot of board games, but the reason that I did pick it up was because I noticed, after I took a bunch of stuff off the top of it, that this game is signed. It's signed by all the game designers. This is from Greenbrier Games. It is complete, except it doesn't have the dice, and of course it needs specialized dice. Thankfully, there is someone on eBay who is selling them for around $9 with free shipping. I paid $1 for this game. So I'm thinking if I spend another $9, get the dice, and it's signed, I'm thinking I should at least get 40 to 50. plus shipping out of it. We'll see. Took me forever to go through this game. It has a lot of cards and little pieces, and I had to make sure it was complete. Alright, and last but not least, and the most beautiful thing in my opinion that I bought, and this was my $10 item, was this octagonal shell art picture. I mean, this thing is beautiful, you guys. It's beautiful. I can't believe they only charged $10 for this. At first I thought maybe it was something antique or vintage, which meant it would be worth a lot, but it's not. It's by a company called Authentic Models. I've sold their stuff before, bookends and globes, and I don't remember what else, but all their things for me have sold fairly well. This is called a Sailor's Valentine, and back in the day, a couple hundred years ago, sailors, when they were in ports, artists would make these shell art pictures, and the sailors would bring them back to their sweethearts. Normally, it's not considered true sailor's art unless it's in an octagonal frame. I don't know why, but that's just what my research has told me. But I paid $10, and this should make at least $100 plus shipping. Although, I might keep this for a while and hang it up somewhere because I just think it's amazing and has so much work and so much detail, and it's just beautiful. So that's it, guys. I did not spend much money this particular weekend at all. I think I spent, let's see, 25, 35. I might have spent a total of $55 on everything that I just showed you, I think. So, good weekend. And again, I have more rummage sales coming up this weekend. I got one tomorrow night, if I'm going. Still don't know yet if I'm going to that one. And a new favorite of mine on Saturday. Hope the weather holds out because that one's outside. So I will have plenty more items to show you in the future. So thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.